It's time for To the Max Sports, where we talk about sports. They're just two guys, Max and Drew, in a bar talking all things sports. Well, without the bar. And the beer. Wait, why aren't we in the bar?
Hello, and welcome to the Max Sports. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for To the Max Sports.
A one-eyed puppet?
One-eyed Jack will be back. He's got the lock of the week for me this week. Hit my lock of the week, although it took a 56-yard missed field goal that hit the bottom.
That wasn't a missed field goal. That was a doink.
Bottom doink.
It was a doink.
Usually my doinks go the other way.
Well, I don't know. That was a long kick in those conditions for a guy that really doesn't kick that long.
Right. And I was like, just my luck. This guy can't nail 50-yarders, but he's going to pop a 56-yarder on me. But he was just short, so I hit my lock on that. Of course, from Michigan, I had that as a lock, even though I didn't play because you don't play a team you're emotionally attached to. Pretty good game. Did you get to see it, Bob?
I did see part of it. And it was a good game. It was exactly what we all expected it to be.
Yeah, it came down to the play of the quarterback, which was one of my keys to the game. But at the end of the day, there's rumor has it that you cannot put a one-loss team against some of these teams that have not lost. Although I thought the Washington game, actually, where they had to kick a field goal at home to beat Washington State, didn't necessarily help their cause.
I have some problems with that personally, but
Then you got Oregon.
Then you got Oregon. I mean, what happens if Oregon beats Washington?
Yeah. Does you think Ohio State stays 4? Or do they slide down to?
They've already slid down.
6?
They're 6.
They're 6. That's what I thought.
Yeah, they're 6.
So they need to have a lot of lucky things happen at this point.
I mean, yeah, a lot of stuff has to happen.
It's a little punitive on the road. You know, 1 touchdown away from actually winning on the road at Michigan. But, you know, I thought they were living on borrowed time for most of the year, but it is what it is.
I believe last week I said Michigan was a win by 1 possession, like 6 points.
You were right.
I think they won by 6 points.
You did call it. Well, let's go to our picks. How did we do to last week, Bob?
I don't know. You're the keeper of the picks, man.
The Thanksgiving game, we lost that. No, actually, you won it, Bob. You had the Packers.
And I had the Packers?
Yeah.
I probably had the Commanders.
You had, of course, the 49ers. What was the final in that game? We covered that?
The 49ers won by two possessions, at least.
That was a
I forget what it was.
And the Ravens-Chargers. That was 20-10, so we won that.
Mm-hmm.
We were a sterling 3-0. Washington, Dallas, we did not.
No, we had Washington, Dallas. I forget who we picked.
We both had Dallas in that game.
Okay. Then I had the 49ers. On Friday, we had the Dolphins and the Jets. And we both had the Dolphins. I don't think any of us took the Jets.
No.
The Ravens-Chargers was Sunday night. How did we do on that one?
Ravens, we covered that.
And then the last game of the week would have been the Monday night game.
That was the Bears-Vikes. Who saw that coming? Nobody saw it coming but us. If you go back, for no reason other than intuition, we both took the Bears in that game.
We kind of had a thought that Dobbs was going to fall back to earth, and my gosh, he fell back to earth.
Sure did.
4 picks.
For the brevity of time, we're doing an abbreviated version of tonight's show. Bob's working a hard double. 12 hours, Bob?
Actually, I'm going to get paid for 14 hours today, so yeah, something like that.
That's good. And then I leave tomorrow. I'm going to sunny South Florida. I did a little manscaping, picked out a nice French thong. I'll be hitting the beach tomorrow.
No, I don't like that image. Let's move on.
What do we got for next week? And then I got my locks of the week.
Well,
Stick around for my locks.
Well, our Thursday night game is Seahawks at Cowboys. Cowboys are favored by 9, which I don't agree with.
I don't know if I'm getting sound out of this. Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead and give me that line again, Bob.
Seahawks are getting 9 going on the road to the Cowboys. getting 9. Seahawks are not a bad team. And here's the thing about the Cowboys. Do you know what the Cowboys have done exclusively this year? Win against teams with losing records. Do you know what the Cowboys have also done exclusively this year? Lose to teams with winning records. Seahawks are a team with a winning record, and they're not bad. I think they're kind of sneaky good.
Yeah, they're not bad. This could be a trap game, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Dallas, lay the 9.5.
Oh, hell no. No. As much as I hate the Seahawks, as much as I think they're a bunch of thugs who belong in some Washington State prison.
You preface that every time we talk about the Seahawks.
No, I hate them. No, give me the Seahawks and the points. And I think the Seahawks have a good chance of winning this outright.
You heard it first from Brother Bob. What other games do we have, Bob?
Well, after that, I'm going to be picking the 49ers getting 3 on the road at Philadelphia. They're on the road, and the bookmakers are giving my boys 3.
Man, that's going to be a great game. But
no, you don't have to pick it. This is mine. This is an afternoon game.
Oh, okay.
I'm picking the 49ers. That's because I made that commitment coming out of the bye week. 49ers over the Eagles.
I think that line will probably go down a little bit, but yeah, I mean, if you can get the 49ers at that price, +3.
No. The 49ers aren't +3. The 49ers are -3. They're the favorite.
That line actually makes sense. But I think the 49ers cover. They're really looking good right now.
Yeah. So then the night game on Sunday, and they're really touting this up as a looking back and reliving the early Super Bowl days. The Chiefs are on the road visiting the Packers.
Are they on the road or at home?
No, the Chiefs are on the road. This is in Green Bay. Green Bay is at home getting 6.
I was thinking they were at home, but this isn't going to change it. This is one of my locks. I have 3 locks. I like KC to cover against Green Bay. Yeah, I know they want to have the coming out party for Jordan Love because of the amazing Thanksgiving game performance he put on.
Yep.
Which I didn't see it coming. 2 weeks in a row. Proved me wrong, Jordan Love. But I'll take my chances. One of my locks of my other 2. For a total of 3. Take the Chiefs and give -6.
I wouldn't call this a lock. I'm gonna take the Chiefs like you, but I'm not all that confident in this pick because of what the Chiefs do. They just win. They don't care about the spread. I could see this being a 4 or 5 point game, and some backdoor cover by the Packers. But give me the Chiefs and I'll lay the points.
And our Monday night game.
The Monday night game. A team which right now has an inside line to the number 1 seed in the AFC. Who saw this coming? The Jaguars are now being talked about as the number 1 seed in the AFC. Oh, by the way, they're a team that my boys beat by at least 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, pretty handily.
Yeah. So, and they're hosting the Bengals, who are still on their backup quarterback and will be for the rest of the year. Sorry, Drew.
Yeah. No, I like the Jaguars start the year. Of course, I never would have in my wildest dreams had them being the number 1 seed, but I thought they took a lot of progressive steps last year, had a nice playoff run, and it's kind of carried on into the season after what I would consider to a relatively slow start.
Yeah.
Having said that, the Bengals are probably trying to see if they can be on the top rung of one of those top 10 draft picks this year.
We'll see.
Having said that, give me Jacksonville, and they're laying how many?
8. 8.
Wow, 8. I thought it was
8 in Duval.
You know, I'll still take it.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a divisional game for the Jaguars. They just need to win, but it's the Jaguars and lay the points.
Yep. So my other locks, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong on my other picks of the week. We do this for purposes of entertainment only. We don't We don't promote any kind of gambling.
Well, because you
do,
can't in Texas because the Texas state Republicans will not let you gamble in this state.
At the end of the day, that's probably a good thing.
I don't
So
know.
if we got to drive to Louisiana or Oklahoma. But
Risks inherent in that.
if you wanted to go to the Hard Rock Casino in Fort Lauderdale, which I'll be at in a couple of days, placing my bet because they have just opened up a sports book in Florida. An actual walk-in.
It's tribal land, isn't it?
Yeah, tribal land.
Okay.
So, Chargers -6, my other lock of the week, against the pitiful New England Patriots.
Yeah, West Coast team. I don't know. The Chargers have looked kind of pitiful themselves.
But no one's looked as pitiful as the Patriots, except maybe the Jets.
I don't know. The Giants look pretty bad.
That's
Giants
true,
look pretty bad.
Even they had a game the other week, 131-7?
Yeah.
My third and final lock of the week. Who's Houston playing this week?
Well, shouldn't you know if it's a lock?
Well, it is. I had the line at -3. I just want to see if it changed. Maybe.
They're hosting the Broncos, and the Texans are -3.5. And you're going to take the Texans.
Scratch that one. I had a wrong pick. The Chargers are playing the Patriots, right?
The Chargers are playing the Patriots. The Broncos are on the road at the Texans.
Actually, you know what? I still like Houston in that one.
Okay.
I know the Broncos may have the best record in football the last 5 or 6 games.
No. They're doing pretty good.
How they turned it around, have no idea. Bob, I know this is abbreviated because you got to go do some things. Anything else that we missed or want to talk about?
Have you seen the video of Popovich shushing the crowd at Frost Bank Center?
Thoughts on that? So, for those of you who aren't aware of it, Greg Popovich did a Sam Wyche, but Sam Wyche actually had a reason to do it because at the time, this was in the late 80s, the fans were throwing snowballs on the field at the players, and the ref said, hey, we're going to call the game. So Sam Wyche got on the mic, said, we're not in Cleveland. Stop acting like we're in Cleveland. You're Bengals fans, to quiet the crowd. Greg Popovich gets on the mic because Kawhi Leonard, an opposing player who used to play for the Spurs, who left under less than optimal circumstances because the way I've understood it, him and Pop didn't get along, got on the mic to the Spurs fans and told the crowd not to boo Kawhi Leonard. That's not what San Antonio does.
Yes. Here's my thoughts are what he said was wrong, or the way he conveyed the information was wrong. The information he was conveying was right, but he could have done it differently. And what I've said on a few occasions is this. He should have done this pregame or postgame and motivated the Spurs fans to do this. Look towards the future. I would have wrote these words for Popovich. We're focused on our bright future. We have a bright future ahead of us. We had the #1 draft pick on our team. We're building a system around this guy who is a phenom. We're focused on the future. We're not thinking about what happened in the past, and you shouldn't be either. So let's just move on, guys, and be classy. And not even say anything about Kawhi. Just let it out there like that. Because the minute you tell a bunch of drunk San Antonians to stop doing something, I don't care what it is, they're going to do it more.
Couple things I'm going to disagree with you on, Bob.
Okay, you can disagree with me if you want.
There was a lot of booing. I don't think that all the booing fans were drunk San Antonians. Maybe a couple of them. I've been to plenty of games, sporting events, where we have booed opposing players. LeBron, you name it. I've seen it, They razz LeBron incessantly during the cry game. Here's my problem. You get the average guy, maybe working 2 jobs, takes his wife and 2 kids because his kids are bugging him to go see Wembanyama. He pays $250 for 4 tickets up in the highest, your head's hitting the ceiling of the AT&T Center. And this clown gets on the mic during a game and says, "Don't boo." My God, you go to a sporting event, as long as you're not slurring, or you have every single right to boo anybody on the opposing team. Greg Popovich couldn't have been more wrong. I couldn't disagree with you more.
I know booing is part of it. I would like our fans to have a higher gracie thing. I can't even think of the word right now.
We do. Have you ever been to Philadelphia sporting event?
Well, yeah, they hate Santa.
They would have been throwing batteries at Kawhi, not booing him.
No, but what I said, which was focus on the future, not on the past, is exactly what I believe. If you're going to sit there and you're going to boo Kawhi for whatever reason you want to boo Kawhi, then you're focused on the past. And if you're focused on the past, you're not looking towards the future.
I would actually disagree with you on that. Booing him in the present is just saying, hey, you used to be with us, you're not anymore, boo. But can I also conversely say this? Next year or the year before, the year after, if Kawhi Leonard signs with the Spurs, first game out there, you're going to hear cheers. You're going to hear the place go through the roof. Can we not cheer the guy? I mean, if you can cheer a guy, you can boo a guy.
Well, that's for me. That's a future thing, and yeah, that's look towards the future. I'm just saying what I would have done if I was Greg Popovich's spinmeister.
Yeah. Well, having said that, Bob, we've been talking about the past, but we are going to look towards the future.
Well, how about this? Let's go back to the past real quick, talking about the Spurs and Wembanyama. Do you think it's an absolute disgrace that they sent a player out on the court with a jersey with their last name misspelled?
I wasn't aware of the circumstances, so tell me in the audience.
This was the Golden State Warriors game. Mm-hmm. When they first sent Wembanyama out, they sent him with a jersey that read Wembanyama. And then they went and found another one, which was the right spelling. So somebody spelled it wrong once, and nobody caught it. And nobody saw that guy walking out of the locker room with a misspelled jersey. This is your number 1 overall pick. To talk about disrespect, that's worse than what Popovich did.
I will extend a little grace because for the first 3 weeks of the podcast after we had drafted Wembanyama, I proceeded to butcher his name about every single time I said it.
I'm not getting paid by the Spurs.
But yeah, if a franchise player is gonna take the court, have his daggone name right.
Yeah, very true.
Having said that, folks, we will be back. I'll be back from sunny South Florida next week along with Brother Bob. We will review our picks. Don't forget my locks. If you want to make some money, take KC against Green Bay, and we'll see what happens from there.
Okay.
Have a great day, folks.
Peace out.